Thank you for joining this lesson. We're going to discuss binomial expressions and expansions in number 10. Part 1, expand and simplify 1 minus 3x raised to power 5 up to determine x power 3. Then in part B, we are going to use our expansion to estimate 0.97 raised to power 5 correct to 4 decimal places. Remember to subscribe to this channel and to share the link with friends. You can also comment and like our videos. All right, for us to carry out a binomial expansion, we are supposed to start by listing the Pascal's triangle coefficients of power 5, or rather the power which has been indicated in the question. In this case, we are raising to power 5. Therefore, the binomial coefficients of power 5 are 1, 5, 10, 10, 5, and 1. These are values that you can read directly from your mathematical tables. All right, when you are carrying out binomial expansions, what happens is that, remember you have two terms in this case. There is 1 and there is negative 3x. This is not 3x, it's negative 3x. The sign behind every number counts. So we're going to start by the first term, which is 1, beginning from power 5, then it starts decreasing in the subsequent terms. But the second part of the binomial expansion, which is a negative 3x, will begin from 0, but in the next terms, it will start to raise. This is what I mean when we start with the first one as 1, this will be raised to power 5, but negative 3x will be raised to power 0. Then in the next term, now we're going to have 1 taking a power 4 because it was power 5, and negative 3x, which was to power 0, now takes power 1. In the next, we're going to have 1 taking power 3, and negative 3x, which was to power 1, now takes a power 2. In the next, 1 goes to power 2, and negative 3x takes up power 3. In this term, we'll have 1 going down to power 1, but negative 3x taking power 4. And finally, we will have 1 taking power 0 and negative 3x taking up power 5. Then now we can expand and raise to the given powers. In the first case, we're going to have 1 raised to power 5, 1 raised to any number, it remains the way it is. Then anything raised to power 0 becomes 1. So this is 1 times 1 times 1. So we'll get exactly 1 as the first term. Now the second term, whereby the coefficient is 5, now we're going to start with 1 power 4 remaining 1 and negative 3x remaining the way it is because it has been raised to power 1. Therefore, we'll have 5 times 1 times negative 3x, making it negative 15x. In the next, 1 power 3 becomes a 1, negative 3x power 2. This one becomes a 9x squared. Therefore, we're going to have 10 times 1 times 9 times x squared. So this is going to be 90, but now positive, 90x power 2. And finally, we have 10. So this is power 1, okay, 1 power 2, making it 1, and negative 3x, which is to power 3, now becomes negative 27x power 3. Therefore, it will be negative 270 when we multiply by 10, and x takes up power 3. So I don't have to continue because the examiner is instructing us to expand up to the term which is having x power 3. So those are enough terms, and it's already simplified. You don't have any fraction to simplify or anything. So it's fully expanded. Now we're going to use the expansion up there to estimate 0.97 raised to power 5. So the binomial expansion is 1 minus 3x. So we will take 1 minus 3x because it has been raised to power 5. We equate it to 0.97, which has also been raised to power 5. And when we find the value of x, we can actually have 3x coming to this side where it becomes positive. Then we have 1 minus 0.97 becoming 0.03. So the value of x is going to be, when we divide through by 3, 0.01. So that is the value of x. Now we go back to our expansion here, and wherever there is x, we substitute with 0.01. Therefore, I'm going to rewrite the expansion starting with 1 minus 15. Instead of x, 0.01 plus 90, 0.01 squared minus 270, 0.01 power 3. So now we carry out now this one, and we can compute using a calculator. You're free to use a calculator there now. Into 0.01. Remember, you can copy the link and share with friends as you continue following. You can also invite as many friends as possible, whether from your school or from other schools, so that they may also continue learning. When I carry out this computation, I'm arriving at 0.8587 because I've been instructed to 4 decimal places. So that is going to be the exact answer. Thank you for following. Subscribe and share.